Friends by APJ Abdul Kalam. Thank you. Good morning. Does anybody knows today's special? Yes, you're right. Today I'll be telling you why we celebrate the Science Day. Usually we celebrate important days on the birth anniversaries of the legends. But Science Day is celebrated not on the birth anniversary of C.V. Raman. National Science Day (NSD) in India is celebrated to commemorate discovery of the Raman effect, which led to Sir C.V. Raman winning the Nobel Prize. National Science Day is celebrated every year on February 28 since 1987. The day celebrates Sir C.V. Raman's exceptional achievements in science. His most notable contribution was the discovery of the Raman effect, which won him the Nobel Prize in 1930. Honoring a scientist like him instills hope in future generations to pursue their dreams and make a mark in the world of science and technology. Thank you.
Good morning. Who declared National Science Day? In 1986, the National Council for Science and Technology Communication (NCSTC) asked the Government of India to designate 28 February as National Science Day, which the then Government of India accepted and declared the day as National Science Day in 1986. The first National Science Day was celebrated on February 28, 1987. The theme of National Science Day 2022 is Integrated Approach in Science and Technology for a Sustainable Future. Thank you.
Does anyone know what is the full form of C.V. Raman? C.V. Raman. It is said every year. No one remembers? The full form of C.V. Raman is Chandrasekhara Venkata Raman. Sir C.V. Raman was born at Tiruchirappalli in southern India on November 7, 1888. His father was a lecturer in mathematics and physics, so that from first he was immersed in an academic atmosphere. He entered Presidency College, Madras in 1902 and in 1904 passed his BA examination, winning the first place and gold medal in physics. In 1907, he gained his MA degree, obtaining highest distinctions. Because of his father's interest, he appeared for Financial Services FCS examination and topped it. In 1907, he went to Calcutta, now Kolkata, and joined as Assistant Accountant General. But in his spare time, he went to the laboratory to do research and at the Indian Association of Cultivation of Science. He was the recipient of the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1930 for the discovery that when light traverses a transparent material, some of the light is deflected changes in wavelength. This phenomena is now called Raman scattering and its result of Raman effect. Raman was knighted in 1929 and in 1933 he moved to Indian Institute of Science at Bangalore as head of the Department of Physics. In 1947, he was named Director of Raman Research Institute. There in 1961 became the member of Pontifical Academy of Science. He contributed to the building up of nearly every Indian research institute in his time, founded the Indian Journal of Physics and Indian Academy of Sciences, trained hundreds of students who found important posts in universities and government in India and Myanmar. Dr. C.V. Raman was one of the greatest legends from India whose hard work and determination made India proud and become the first Indian to receive a Nobel Prize in Physics. He proved that if a person really wants to pursue his or her desires, nobody can stop. His interest in science and dedication towards research work made him discover the Raman effect. He will always be remembered as a great scientist and physicist. Thank you. C.V. Raman discovered. With his student K.S. Krishnan, he discovered that when light traverses a transparent material, some of the deflect light changes wavelength and amplitude. This phenomenon was a new type of scattering light and was subsequently known as Raman effect.
Good morning. What did our Honorable PM tweet on the National Science Day? On this Science Day, I urge all the families to definitely start with the small efforts to develop a scientific temperament in their children. PM Narendra Modi. So Narendra Modi has taken this step. Now
Now Nasia ma'am will explain about.
Morning, children. Where is science? In the textbook and in the classwork, right? Right? Yeah. Just read the question, memorize the answer, write in the exam, science is done. That's all we are doing all these years. Every year we celebrate Science Day, but still you don't know what is CV. Just you know CV Raman, that's it. So this year we have taken initiative not just to go with all these monotonous activities or anything. This year you are going to answer the quiz questions. For example, today about C.V. Raman biography was read. How many of you gave keen attention and how many of you just stood? Right? Everybody knows that. So once again, it will be read in your classroom evening when you assemble for your evening assembly. Usually 3:30, but henceforth you are going to assemble little early. Maybe 20 to 30 minutes early you will assemble. And every day 4 questions from the assembly and 4 questions will be written on your board, which we are going to take by end of this month as an examination. And it will be counted for your records. Okay, so 4 questions will be put up on your board, 1 to 5 one set and 6 to 10 one set of questions. You are supposed to go through all the questions. Remember, usually inventions, we never remember the names of the scientists, right? But this time let us put little efforts and remember few things, at least few things and few names of the scientists, so that you'll have little GK. It's not that you are just studying your question and answers and writing in your examination. And as I told you, 40 questions will be given as an examination to you once you complete all your exams. Okay, the last exam is going to be this quiz questions. At the same time, we are going to have a house-wise quiz competition in the lobby with the same set of questions. Okay, so in the evening assembly, 4 questions from the morning assembly will be asked to you and 4 questions from which is written on your board. Okay, the next day 4 plus 4 becomes 8. Okay, so it gets on added. It's not that first day you learn 4 questions and you are forgetting the next day. It's going to be added. Okay, children? And evening there are seminars. Okay, it's not only 9 and 10 children. All the children are going to participate. Seminars are going to be conducted and projects, we have given you sufficient time to prepare and come out with an idea. Okay, project doesn't mean you are browsing something on YouTube and bringing out. Okay, science says explore, right? It says explore, observe and experiment. Then only it is called science. Unless you do that, just copy from somebody's idea. No, come out with your own idea and you will be placed with an idea box for the whole academic year. Next year you will have an idea box. So wherever you see something which is very difficult to do, wheel invention of the wheel changed the world, right? So in the same way, whenever you see something which is difficult, how to make the work easy, if you invent something, that is an invention. So idea box will be placed, and now there is one more box you can see on the table there. That is ask your doubt. Any doubt you have related with science, you can just put it in a slip of paper and drop, which will be discussed in the evening assembly. Okay, children? So Science Day is not only which is going to be celebrated on February 28th.
I don't know how many C.V. Ramans will go out of JGI. Okay? Yes or no? Raise your hands. All of you raise your hands. Tap your backs and say yes. Tap it. Yes, all of you. Tap your back by yourself and say that you are good. Okay? You have a curious, inquisitive nature. Science in everyday life, that is the topic. Integration of science and technology for a sustainable future. That is the theme of our Science Day. Integration, mixing of science and technology for a sustainable future. Understood? We exhaust our resources. There are no more renewable resources. Resources cannot be renewed. Few are renewable, few are non-renewable. And all those renewable, non-renewable resources, if you exhaust it without the knowledge of the future, then what will our future be like? How is it going to be? Okay, this is the theme. Integrate technology and science to sustain the future. That is the theme for our Science Day. Alright, so this whole month, from March 1st, we'll be celebrating the whole month. It's not a day. We are going to, give you thought-provoking questions, quiz, ask you to do seminars so that your inquisitiveness and curiosity is arised. You wish to learn more and more. Alright, children, today, as Mr. Nazia ma'am said, we are going to have questions. Do your best. I said you raise your hand, tap your shoulder, you are the best, so try to do your best. Okay?
Clubs, go!